Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jass Bianchi, your lesbian mom, rapper, and mental health advocate. I'm here with the talented Dean FM, who is a rapper from Dover, Massachusetts. And today we're going to talk to you about the mental health, the mental health in the gendered queer community. So, Dean, I welcome you to talk about yourself right now.
Okay, I go by Dean FM as my rap persona. I'm from south of Boston. I'm trying to get a word out there about mental health and how it's impacted me, as well as do my music. So I kind of combine the two. So that's me.
So tell them a little bit about some of your projects that you have right now, just before we dive into everything.
Well, earlier this year, no, not this year, September, I came out with Sissy, the album. My next album, which is coming out actually, the deluxe version is coming out. It's called Femstress, about mental health, and it's about getting, all the things that we deal with as kind of disorganized, like discombobulated people.
What does being genderqueer mean to you?
It's a blessing, but at the same time, it's not something that I would like to use to differentiate myself from other people. You're not not human, you know what I mean? So view it as just a name, just a word, really.
How does being genderqueer impact you just as a person on a day-to-day basis?
To be honest, it just doesn't really do much to hurt me. Like, I have bigger fish to fry, kind of. And to be honest about it, I just enjoy putting on makeup, and I don't fear putting on makeup, nor do I fear doing anything else with my body. Like, it's my body, it's my right. And I go out there and people are either going to accept it or they don't. Like, I've dealt with uneducated people, I've dealt with educated people. My neighborhood tends to be more educated, and I'm blessed for that.
Absolutely. So ever a point in time in your life where you were scared to leave the house wearing makeup, and how did you kind of get over that?
Well,
or did you ever,
Yeah, no, I think that it's interesting the way I integrated myself into the way I am now, because it started out in freshman year, I think, is when I started to just dab a little black eyeshadow, just dab a little and see what the reaction is, and then I would kind of gradually increase it over the years, and including my whole style. I mean, people did stare at first, but I think quickly people just understood, okay, no, he's just gay. It's confirmed. Okay.
So in the genderqueer community, a lot of people choose not to identify as he, she, but rather they. And you make it very clear that you like to identify as he. So can you kind of explain that a little bit further for the listener?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the way I identify is I don't like chic, to be quite honest. I just don't feel like it matches me. I'm pretty rugged outside of the way I dress. It just doesn't feel right. You gotta get that feeling. It doesn't. No, I'm not down with that, because I don't want to change my gender quite yet. If I was to change my gender, then I would want to be called she, because I present completely as a woman. But right now I present as an androgynous male. And that's how I'm going to identify. I'm not going to lie to society, kind of, in a way. But I respect people that feel like they want to call themselves she before they transition it. And you can do whatever you want. I mean, they're just words.
And I think that's kind of the point that everybody should take from this whole podcast, is the fact that you can do what you want to do, right? How do you feel identifying as genderqueer within the music community?
Okay, so without trying to offend anybody, I feel like I would much rather be a female in the game. It's so weird, because I identify as male, but I look up to only female rappers. To say that I'm a genderqueer rapper, again, doesn't sit right with me, because I'm just a person. I'm just a bad bitch doing some shit. And, it's like, why do I have to be this queer, genderqueer? I mean, I respect people who want to identify that way, but to be quite honest, I'd much rather be a Nicki Minaj than a RuPaul. So there you go.
Okay. There you go. I mean, that's how you feel, though, right? So, right. And I think the future is that, I feel like, you're kind of a little bit ahead of your time, and in my, perspective, in my opinion, because I feel like you are so willing to just be human, and not have that label put on you and kind of be free in what you say and what you wear. And you've had people come up to you before, right, and say, I respect you for just being you and being so unique and true about yourself, you know? So
Mhm.
I think that you're definitely ahead of your time. How has music played an important part of your mental health journey?
Obviously, as a rapper, I like to write. I'm a type of person who likes to know that there's something that's going to come out of what I'm doing and that I can see and I can feel and I can hear. When I do have all this time to get a nice album out there, I feel like it distracts from the depression. Obviously, it distracts from the all that bullshit. Like, the demons. Those demons. I can just come in and out like because I'm so
Mhm.
psycho. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just it's just nice. It's just nice to get away and get be distracted, get lost in what you're doing. I think that's about it.
So, like you said, kind of like, would you say that it's a way of distraction, or would you say it's more so it heals you? Both.
It definitely does not heal. I wouldn't say it heals. Depression is something that you need like real help for, and just having a hobby is great to distract you. But with the second you drop that pen, you pick up the negativity again. It's just how your mind works when you're in such a bad place. I have a depression and major depressive disorder, as well as panic disorder and social anxiety. Those are my three diagnoses.
Do you feel like it empowers you as a musician to have, those conditions, or do you feel like sometimes it enables you, or both?
It's kind of interesting to me because there is a side of me that wants to come out and be happy and give all this positivity. And I feel like that's what comes out in my writing. It's like giving yourself advice, but not actually taking it. It's like the preacher
Mm.
doesn't do shit, so it's like,
I could relate to that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like you're projecting something into music that you feel like if you project it enough that you'll become that, so trying to be happy and feeling like you're in a club at that moment or whatever, but at the same point in time just really kind of feeling a little lonely, and when you're making it. So
right.
I understand what you're talking about. There's a lot of musicians that I've been interviewing, or music artists, where they say that medication and therapy have been like a godsend in their mental health recovery journey. Do you feel like that as well? Or do you feel like, yeah.
As an addict as well, I don't understand how they can give me these medications daily and say, "Oh, you're not an addict for taking the medication." Yeah, I'm absolutely an addict for taking the medication. If I stop, I'm gonna fall off the rails. I don't. I wish I could not be on medication and live a natural, holistic life.
It's interesting you say that, because I felt that way the other day. I was having a discussion with my doctor about the same thing. It's like, when you go in there and you have your dosage and they kind of say, okay, this is the dosage that we're going to give you because this is what's going to work. When I went in, I tried to make sure that it was on the lower scale, because I figured if I started up really high, that I would hit the roof, and then where would I be? Right? But I don't know, me personally, when I go off my medication, I get really disoriented. And like you said, it's hard for me to even operate. So do you feel the same way? Have you been off medication?
No, I'd be terrified to go off my medication completely. I mean, like I said, I'm on 5 different pills. It's just no, probably six. I don't know. It's a handful of pills.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's something that I would want to go off of, but because I don't, I'd be scared of myself if I went off of my medication. So.
What are some of the things that you have found really helpful in terms of resources?
I don't
Good for
have a
you.
lot of resources that I go to. There's Glass in Boston, which is a club for colored LGBT
Yeah.
people, but I don't feel like I can really relate when I'm in groups of people, because I don't have that social anxiety. So it kind of
Mm.
takes away the therapeutic part of it when you're just like freaking out about everybody. It's like a whole lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
yeah,
Whole, yeah. 'Cause, like the group setting is not good for your diagnosis.
right.
But if somebody doesn't have social anxiety, that would be a good outlet for them, maybe, right?
Of course, yeah, definitely. And I do have a therapist. That's one thing I would say is just get a therapist because you need to talk some things out. And she doesn't do the best job at listening, but at least you can talk and talk and even if they don't respond in a way that makes sense to what you just said.
How did you find your therapist? Did you go through
Fenway Health?
Okay, Fenway Health.
My primary care physician, they referred me to the therapist.
Was it a long process? Because I know sometimes people have a long.
Oh God, yeah, they have a 3-month waiting list. It's really crazy.
Enough of this heavy talk right now. Let's go to something a little more lighthearted. We have a quick pop quiz for you.
All
right, you ready? You think you're gonna do
I
well?
like to pop that ass.
We'll pop it on this. You ready? All right. work. All right, true or false? You ready? True or false? A lizard called the New Mexico whiptail can impregnate themselves.
Wait, do that again. All I had is a lizard called the cocktail. I don't know.
All right, ready?
Right.
True or false? A lizard called the New Mexico whiptail can impregnate themselves.
I know there are a lot of organisms that do that. They can reproduce by themselves. So that's true.
It is.
Okay.
Congratulations. You
Thank
win.
you.
You win another question. You ready?
All
right. True or false? The majority of earthworms and slugs have both male and female organs.
Have you ever seen a snail fuck? that I'd pay to see that. I'd pay top dollar.
So that is true.
Okay. Is that what I even say true, or did I just kind of?
I don't know. I'll go with the fact that you said true. You won again. All right, you ready for the third question?
Yeah.
True or false? A female seahorse gets impregnated by a male seahorse, but leaves the kids to be raised by the male seahorse.
Oh, I don't know, girl. I mean, seahorses do seem flaky. I don't know. I say false.
They could have like their own reality TV show.
Yeah. They call it seahorse. Seahorse.
All right. I need a true or false from you.
I said false.
Oh, you said false. Okay.
Yeah.
It is false, but there's a twist to it.
Okay.
You ready for the twist?
Yeah.
All right. So, male seahorses get pregnant by female seahorses, and then they leave, and the female raises the kids.
I believe it. Many men like on Earth, like those type of men, they tend to hit it and quit it, but instead of hitting it, they like put it in and then like let the baby form, and then they leave.
Yeah, it sounds pretty much like reality, right?
Yeah, so I'd say true.
I mean, it is reality, but yeah, that is true.
Yay!
Yeah. So fun, interesting facts that everybody's learning.
Oh, hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah, I'm glad.
Thank you so much for joining us today and talking about crazy shit and then talking about real shit and then talking about seahorses,
Seahorse on TNT. TNT.
Oxygen Network,
Yes.
So
the seahorse. Sorry.
We should stop there. Pause.
No. Okay, pause.
Pause. So well, Dean, thank you so much. Oh, is there anything you want to tell people listening right now in terms of where to follow you or find you or stalk you?
It's Dean FM and you'll find me. I like I said, I have my album coming out and so I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spotify, I'm on YouTube, and just search Dean FM and my name should come up. If not, we got a copyright issue. So yeah.
We're gonna have to figure that out.
And can I mention our little project?
Sure.
So this lovely lady is on is on my song "You Shady for That." It's a collaborative effort. She's all over. She got her vocals all over the place, and it is cool. So I think you're gonna like that song too. I mean, we've been working with each other for so long, so I'm proud to say
Yes.
that we've done this.
Yes, absolutely. That song is dope. That was an easy write. I think that took me like 15 minutes because it was so dope. We really appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem. Anytime you give a bitch a holler.